Here we are. We're back again. Fresh cut. Hopefully, fresh form. As welcome back, guys, to episode number 8 now. Almost halfway through the second season of the Nottingham Forest career mode. And it's not really going to plan. But there's completely enough time to change it round. And, of course, a window. As the last results in the last episode, not great at all. Only one win in the simulation. As we have Norwich at home, then we have Luton away, then we're into January, where I've, for the first time ever, actually clicked the triangle button and changed the schedule rules around. So we have rest days before a game, after the game we have recovery days, and then everything in between is training. Players might be tired, but they need to be training more. We're going to try and go and shoot up the league if we really can. So then we have Crewe, Brighton and Millwall, as we're going to save a bit of deadline day for tomorrow, as well as we don't have much money. We're going to have to let people go. And speaking of letting people go, well, I'm not going to show you the contracts again. You should have seen them in a previous episode where I showed them all around us. Straight on to Norwich first. I want to get playing with these ones, as these are in 9th position. Good team. Very, very solid team. I think they'll be a bit higher, but we will absolutely take that, as I've gone with this as my new team going into the second half of the season. This is the one I feel like is, well, I won't say strongest, but hopefully going forward for the foreseeable future, because we want to be playing players who are going to be here for a long time, as it's Butland, Drager, Yates, Eli, McKenna and Williams, with Ojeda, Drew Yearwood getting a chance to start, because I kind of was impressed, even though he got beat 4-0 last time. I did feel quite comfortable on the ball, with Marcus Paulo in front, just over Carvalho, because of course it costs 11 million, and I want to get my money's worth, as Wallace and Wind are up front. Let's beat the Canaries. And let's see this team we're against. You can see the yellow shirts at the side, with Angus going goal, Ballymumba, Ben Gibson, Andrew Omo, I'm going to call him, Kenny McLean, and Jacob Sorensen with, oh, it's only 4 at the back, okay. Kieran Dowell, love him, Lise Malou, Onel Hernandez, and Tosolis on the wing, with Jordan Hewhill up front. Of course, level on points ourselves with Sheffield Wednesday, who are occupying at the moment that top relegation spot. So we do need to be a little bit better in ourselves right here. McKenna on to Eli. We've got a strongest centre-backs apart from Captain Worrell, as Yates has to sit back. Don't mind it fully, to be fair, though, because we can get Drew Yearwood having a chance. That's a good cut away. He can just aim for Wallace at the front post right there, as Wallace shoved straight into gun. And now Norwich going to have an attack straight away. You expect them to have in this game, as Jordan Hewhill looking for an angle, doesn't find one. Sorensen, CDM has put them 4-1, well, not 4-1, I'm already thinking about the last game of the last episode. 1-0 up after 8 minutes, and this is going to be a long one with the way that started. Get me to the transfer window. Look at this, straight inside of Rodrigo Eli. McKenna literally stood still and dropped his guard. He dropped his shoulders, put his feet together, and the ball was passed around him for 1-0. That is the worst defending I've ever seen. Maybe it's time for another formation change, even though I'm changing it every single day. It's like the formation lottery at this point, but this did work for a brief stint, got us his first couple of wins. Doesn't seem like it's going to go back to that way anytime soon, as Tosolis with the ball around the corner into Onel Hernandez, now onto Jordan Hewhill. He gives it in the middle to Lise Malou, ball through the middle, Butland got there finally, as now Breary and Ojeda drills one out to Ben Williams. Ben Williams to come forward himself. Needs a bit of an option, I would say, but not really getting one, as he's going to pass it inside. Jonas Wind from quite a distance out, going to go for it. At least that's Wind doing what he should be doing and shooting. Kieran Dowell on it on this wing, almost half an hour in, as he passes it into Lise Malou. It's another ball through the middle. Good save from Jack Butland. You know, if we didn't have him, I mean, would we have leaked as many goals? Probably not, because he's inconsistent. He's actually saved us on quite a few occasions, including that one, as now Brewery and Ojeda is going to drill one out to Ben Williams. Let's try and play this simple, shall we? Jed Wallace through the middle, looks for the man out wide in Ben Williams again, wins at the front post. He's good at headering, but he passes it into Angus Gunn, who almost gets caught out as well. We just need to run at that keeper. As there's a man down on the field for us as well there. 27, I think that's Brewery and Ojeda, who's been a little bit of a bright spark in this team. I mean, I didn't expect him to be as good as he was after returning from, I think, just being a reserve at Burnley. As now Hernandez passed it out wide. Still chasing this game, but it's not too bad apart from the goal. Wouldn't say we deserve anything like as Eli. Oh, step to the side. Oh no, Hernandez, great skill. Jack Butland, amazing saves. I'm going to keep Ajeda until half-time because I'm going to try and change something big time for this second half. We might as well go and test it. We're already losing ours. We're losing by 2 goals now. It's Gibson in the box who fires in. The centre-back who I looked at signing. Look at that. Coincidence? I think not. What a ball into the box. It's a header away from Ryan Yates. That's one that's not down to us. It's unlucky, but still, someone should be following him. And I'm looking at Rodrigo Eli as the half-time whistle goes straight away after that. 2-0, boos. Everything ringing around the City ground. We are not good at home this year. Just got to accept that as formations, right. I'm going to give the formation that we started the whole save with another chance, despite us doing really poorly with it at the moment. So Wallace on the right, even though he's scoring most goals, is going to go on that wing. Paulo on that wing. Wind up front and Carvalho. Now that is a Premier League front four. Well, it should be anyway, as we'll go with Yates and Yearwood, of course, in the midfield. Yates was also already a midfielder. Drager, Eli, McKenna, Williams and Butland. Let's see if this changes stuff. I really think it should do. It's now Ben Williams to run forward with a little bit of a gap right here. Hey, I can see a couple of runners on right now as Drew Yearwood has it through the middle. He's a quick lad as he's going to shoot and hit it near post. We're back in the game already after half-time. Drew Yearwood, I am actually fancying you to get into this first team for good, my son. After what a goal he has just scored. I'm very impressed. Look at this. Holds off a little bit, Ben Mee. And to be fair, it was Angus Gunn a little bit. It wasn't had the best of games, even though he stayed in the net. Gets a good goal. 2-1. Maybe we do go back to that formation. 2 games. Played quite good, even though we got absolutely hammered when he came off the bench in the last one. And he's had a good performance in a losing team right here. It just needs to be good in a good team. But that's down to the other 10 players as Hugill tries to skip passes right there. Does. Tozolis in the box. Butland with an amazing stop as Eli. No! Butland does it again. Rodrigo Eli is really not doing well for me in this team. I told you last season I didn't expect him to play, but you should do better than that as a defender, as that's Ben Williams all day. Terrible touch. Doesn't even hoof it straight away. As now Lise Malou tries to skip past us. Get that away, Yearwood. Beautiful tackle. Needed to get that one right as well as we've butchered it. And Jordan Hugill sticks it in the top bin. Don't think the comeback's on anymore. We just love to make a mistake after putting a bit of hope in ourselves. What a finish it is. What a finish. Look at that heads it. I don't know why our defender didn't come to that, and I don't know why Marcus Paulo played that bad of a ball, but he sticks it in the top bin, does Hugill. And we're back to square one with it. 2 goals behind. Not too great that, as the Canaries, you can hear their fans more than ours right now. You can not even hear the boos. The boos are overshadowed as we're going to whip this one into the box. Terrible ball that time, I think, from Mohamed Drager as we're chasing the ball around a little too much. It's Tozolis who hooves one backwards. 30 minutes left. Don't know if that's enough for 3. And a free kick from a handball right here. Hopefully it isn't 4. It's going to be a dodgy one. Lise Malou, terrible whipping ball, I've got to say, as that's a good little whipping from Gibson over the head. We haven't got that improvisation in our team as Josh Sargent now, the American, trying to get a bit of an angle right there, but swatted out in the end. But that's a terrible touch from Carvalho. Back to Tozolis. Good tackle, and let's keep it. We don't keep the ball when we have it. That is our problem, as Joe Lolly's going to try and run down this side. Can't make a single pass, but falls back to us luckily enough. As now Drew Yearwood into Joe. What are you playing at, Joe Lolly? As I would like one more goal before the end of this game. Well, I'd like 2. I'd like a point from this, if possible, but I don't see it as possible as that's he stood in line with the number 44 at the bottom of the screen. I mean, we've done poor this calendar year, but still, the officials have really not helped us out in any occasions. That was a terrible decision from the linesman. However, we play on. Drager getting to that one again first. As now Wind to play that through. It's on to João Carvalho. Can we get another late one? Squeeze through the legs of the keeper, but still not our day. Still not in the net. As that's the end of the game. It's 3-1. 3-1. Okay, I mean, I say okay, it's definitely not. We will be in that relegation zone if Sheffield Wednesday have picked up points. time to rethink what we need to do again. As, yep, we're in that zone. Sheffield Wednesday did pick up a result as it's 66 manager rating at the moment. As Marcus Palos talking about where he wants to be in the team, I don't care at the moment, mate. As Brewery Najada's out for 5 days. And we move on to Luton before we go into January, where, trust me, business is going to go down. Strictly must, as this is a team we're going to play for Luton. I know it's a bit tired, but get through this. Hopefully pick something up, but we're not picking anything up anyway. And then we'll get into January. See how pessimistic I am over the team. Back to this formation. Butland in goal. Drager, Colwill at right centre-back with McKenna and Williams at left-back. Lower down in rating, but I think he's much better than Eli. Slow Eli and 5 at the back with Marcus Paolo on the wing. Yates, Yearwood and, of course, Jed Wallace on the right-hand side. There we go. With Carvalho supporting Jonas up front, where we need it to work out a lot better than it has been doing. Simulation against Luton, who aren't tired themselves, and we got a draw against them last time. What's it going to be? A 2-0 win! And I will take that because I did not expect that at all. Jed Wallace with a goal, just half an hour in. Eli came on for Ben Williams, and Eli managed to score the second goal. I take it back. It's not slow Eli after all. Does that keep him in and around the team? I don't know if he's done that well, as Drew Yearwood did actually, of course, when he gets in the first team, have a short-term loan agreed with Lance, which I won't reject actually. I won't recall him. I won't spend any extra funds on doing that. I'll let him play and use cleverly, and the players we have, I'll maybe sign another one, as Shelby's going out to Colchester. Tom Rogic has left the club to go to Norwich after just never settling in, and we still wait for our youth goalkeeper to come through. Ethan Weston, join us, as it's an FA Cup game next as well. I mean, if there's anything that's going to try and save our job, because it's still on the line, even if we survive, I think it will be on the line, it's got to be the FA Cup that we do well in. We've got to try and put up a fight against even these small teams like Crewe. No offence to Crewe fans, my team's 2 divisions below them, but let's go Forest. Let's try and pick up a win, and I'm not going for any signings before that. You've just seen I've skipped a week. I'm going to play a reserve team anyway in this one. So let's see what we can build. As this is the team I'm going to go with. It's Horvath in the goal. Drager, Eberso, McKenna and Eli at the back. So we're going to try Eli at left back, because that's where he came on last game and did well. So we're going to play Max Polo in front of him. Yates, Cleverly and Wallace on the right, with Carvalho supporting a player that I said would never play for the club. He is Nuno da Costa, because Windy's very tired. Jurgen Lecardia I've lost faith in, and as I say that just before this game, with the situation we're in, I hate, let me just put this straight, I hate to transfer list players. I think it's a bit unrealistic. They only get transferred in real life when they put one in themselves. But with the position the squad's in at the moment, I think I'm going to go ahead and transfer a couple of these players that are running out of contract, and I do want to leave the club. Likes of Jenkinson, we're going to do quite a bit of them. Zande Silva, I might keep around just for now. Lewis Graban can go. Cafu will keep, but even some others like Lecardia, I can't sell him just yet. Maybe get him on loan because he's not doing too good. And then Crewe Alexandra, Will Jaskalainen in goal, Travis Johnson, Luke Offord, Donovan Daniels, Callum McFadzean, decent defender, and Magic Gomez in that team. Okay, with Lundstrom and Dale in front, Lowry, Mandron and Ainley. Solid, definitely in our case. We do not want to be playing these next season. These, of course, being a League 1 team, unless they got relegated in Season 1, but I can't really remember. I think they are still in League 1. So, yeah, we've got to make sure we don't end up playing these, and we've got to make sure we prove we're a lot better, as Marcus Paolo should. He cost 11 million. These players, well, Crewe were really good for getting players through their academy, as they've got a chance right here. It's Mandron. Tackled there. Close one there. But yeah, I was saying that they bring all their players through the academy. They're a very good team for it. And that's what I want us to be like a little bit. Of course, we've got the goalkeeper, Ethan Weston. And we've got Joshua Parkin coming through. I can't even remember our other youth player's name, as he's onside Drager right there. This could be a good chance to score. No. Cross into Marcus Paolo, not the best one as they've headed it away. I don't think he's really going to be the heading type as Mandron gives it to Dale right here. Good touch from Dale. Tried to get right side. It's back in the middle. It's all around us. It's edge of the box. Lundstrom going for a chance and it's a trip from eBay. So what are you doing, mate? What are you playing at? As it is now a penalty. 15 minutes in at Crewe Alexandra to the host. It's going to be Mandron against Ethan Horvath. And we love to save a penalty. Very good save right there. As it's coming in the top corner as well. Jed Wallace is injured. When will our luck actually get any better? Football ain't good enough as now Eli receives that one onto Cleverly. Now onto Yates and Carvalho. He's going to try and get us away. I'm going to try and take my time a little bit with this move because of course we've got an injured player in it now. As Drager into eBay, so now into Tom Cleverly, who goes around the corner into Jed Wallace, and Nuno's making a run right here. Da Costa, what can he do on this angle? Pass it backwards into Tom Cleverly, strike at Jaskalainen, and maybe slow is the way. That was a good little move, very, very intricate. As now Yates into Marcus Paolo, onto Yates again. Marcus Paolo's a bit far out right there. Went for a shot, definite handball, and that advantage was not given, even though advantages in this game for the other team seem like an eternity, so that's wrong, as now Ainley cuts past us right here. He's got Mandron in the box, cuts past us again, not going to cross it though, or cross it, and Ibaso cuts it out, end to end, as Jed Wallace is still on the field. He's not going off until we actually get a break in play. There he is getting involved as João Carvalho pointing to where he wants it, Jed, but I'm going to keep on running with João. The defender's actually stepped forward quite a bit. João Carvalho on the angle, and João Carvalho was never missing that one. We are 1-0 up at Crewe. Maybe, just maybe, this game gives us a bit of confidence for the league if we can get the win. Finally, 1-0 up in another game. It's been a while, hasn't it? As Adam Forshaw's going to be playing on the wing. At least he gets some game time. So that is a great drill across net. Now McKenna on the ball. It's Scott McKenna forcing one forward to Adam Forshaw. We've got another run on from Carvalho. This time into Nuno Da Costa. And it's got a bit of an angle as Da Costa goes for one. Not bad. Maybe. No offence when I say this again. But maybe it's just Crewe and I'm wrong. But I feel like we're getting quite a good lot of chances in this game and have improved. Nuno Da Costa. I do want to swap him for Wind. But I want to keep Wind as well. I want to keep some players happy as Marcus Paolo's going to come off for Brennan Johnson. And yeah, we'll go with that team for the second half because of course we've already made a sub on that wing. Want to just carry on. Ryan Yates with the ball in the midfield straight away in this second half. Well, not straight away, 55 minutes in right now. As where do we go from here? Just burped as well. Apologies for that. I keep on doing it as Brennan Johnson to whipping a ball towards Daniels who gets it away. Cleverly trying to chase it up. And Magic Gomez is to pass it out, but Yates gets it again. Fizz passing to Cleverly through one gap again. Carvalho with a good turn out, goes for a shot. That one was quite poor. And Crewe getting a couple of passes together themselves in this second half. Drilled out wide here to Ainley. Mandaron. I mean, eBay, so apart from the penalty, has done quite well at actually keeping him a bit quiet. As now we've got an attack through that middle. Nuno Da Costa to run onto the end of this. He's going to get onto the end of this. As, oh, Daniels is doing well with him. And Lowery right here with the ball. Oh, and he's got past Eli quite comfortably. Yates comes across. Good block by Scott McKenna. Now Nuno Da Costa to try and just dribble this forward a little bit. Tries to turn out. And Dale on the ball right here in the midfield. Gives it back to Magic Gomez through this gap. 10 minutes left of this one. And they're actually playing quite well at Crewe. But you get that late pressure with literally any team. And although we are leagues above them, literally, it's always going to be a case of them having chances in this game. As now Forshaw running away with it. Not the quickest of players, so I'll lay it off to Carvalho. Around the corner to Da Costa. Carvalho carrying on, but Daniels, he's been quite good, that centre-back, you know. Might have to look into him this month. January signing, of course, that could happen as, here we go, the crowd are definitely behind Crewe right here with the chances. Kashkit now on the field. It's out to Lowery. Lowery drills it in. Cleverly just gets that away. As now Carvalho, Da Costa, Yates running forward. We've got a chance to counter, but I'm not forcing it as much as I usually would as Yates skips across. Now Brennan Johnson, he has the pace. Can the youth player finally get a goal? He hasn't had one all season long. And it rolls past Jaskalainen. And we do pick up another win. Great finish that. Jumping for joy. All the subs, I mean, boys, let's focus on the league a little bit. Not get carried away with the FA Cup. But it is a good result at the end of the day. Does feel good to actually get a win for once, but Look at this, it's a run down the line, just shrugs off his man, kept on going, and passed into that bottom corner. 2-0, as that's the end of the game as well. Pretty good performance, need to play like that in the league, of course. I do like Crewe's kit. Can't stand admiring that though, they should be admiring us, and we need to try and shoot our way up this table. 2 wins from 2. That's quite a lot for us this season, as we're in 20th now. Rodrigo Eli's going to talk about left back into you'll do for me, even though I don't know if he'll do. Joe Worrell talking about something. I'm sorry, I've got a lot on my mind right now, Joe Worrell, including you who's moaning, as I'm glad I can agree with Jurgen Locadia on a loan. That's progression. Financially, he's not going to be reached, is it? As Jed Wallace out for 5 days, that could keep him out of the next game, maybe against Brighton. Ooh, I don't want to miss him with Brighton. I want him in the team. And we've got another message. Dressing room unrest. Several players critique the handle in the dressing room. We need to try and fix that for the reputation of the football club. Now, I'm guessing that's because of the low morale. Because of the players who are not doing well, not playing. So let's have a look. We've got Eberso, who's very unhappy. He's playing a little bit at the moment, so he should be happy anytime soon, hopefully. Eli's slightly unhappy, but I can live with that. Jenkinson, transfer listed. Cafu is quite unhappy. Maybe I'll loan list Cafu. I don't want to particularly lose him just yet. I don't know. I don't know if I'd play him or not. Forshaw's getting a bit more game time. Cleverly the same. Brennan Johnson's I'm going to have to play him more now. As Zande Silva, I'm going to put him on the loan list. If he signs a contract, that is. Nuno da Costa, I'll keep him for now. And who's the other unhappy one? It's Jurgen Locadia, who has got a loan already agreed. Or not agreed, but I've spoke to him about the loans. And the manager rating is at 57 at the moment, going into this Brighton game. You know what? You know what? This could be his last. There's got an offer from Fenerbahce for Scott McKenna. Now, is he really going to go to Turkey? I don't think so. I'm going to reject that, even though if it was a big club, like a Premier League club, I might have done that. As Jed Wallace, you're a big player for us, might be back in the team. And Joe Worrell saying he's back. Might have to just put them straight in, you know, because this is an important game for my career. As they're in first as well. They're in first, right? Let's try and get a team together. You can see the boys are training. The energy's not really moving, but I don't care. I'd rather have them a bit tired and trained than the other way around. As we're gonna go... Can we put Jed Wallace in? I don't know. I think I might keep him for now. Cleverly can definitely come out. And we'll change the keeper, of course. Butland, Drager, Worrell, McKenna, Williams at the back. Paulo, Yates, Ojeda and Brennan Johnson, because he did have a really good contribution off that bench, didn't he? With Carvalho and Jonas Wind back up front on his own. He hasn't been that striker in quite a while. The Seagulls. We must win this. And let's see, this Brighton team scored 65 goals this season. That is incredible in about 30 games. With Sanchez, Webster, Tariq Lamptey, Edson Alvarez, Mason Holgate and Solly March at the back, with Basuma and Mwepu and Steven Alzate, Niang and Neil Maupay. It's a team that beat us 4-0, I think, at home. Going to be different out of the Amex. They did, of course, knock us out of the Carabao Cup as well, as... Oh, he shouldn't be in the team, that number 8, but we'll carry on without saying much about him, as Mwepu, with a ball right there onto Niang, just need to be physical, strong, and make sure we don't get thrashed in this one, as that's a good ball down the line low, and Mwepu chips the keeper. Can someone get that? Jeez! Joe Worrell, I mean, you're back in the team, but you should be reading that, mate. Not poor Joe Worrell being back. Neil Maupay onto Mumday Niang. I can't remember his... It's not Mumday, but it's something like that, isn't it? Stefan Niang, I can't remember, as now they're playing the ball around a little bit here. Into Maupay, into Ojeda with a big tackle right there. A cruncher, as now Zhao. Get this pass right, please. Oh, tries to fizz it past Webster. Not working out. A lot of hands to the defensive pump. Steven Alzate now gives it into Niang himself. McKenna with a block. No hand used in that one. And that's something I want to avoid in this game. No handballs, as Marcus Paulo, where you going? There we go. Simple pass in the middle as Ryan Yates onto Ojeda. Now onto Wing. Wing puts it literally onto the wing where Brennan Johnson is. We've got Carvalho making a run. Back post, but Sanchez just ran to that one. And to be fair, we don't seem like the bad Nottingham Forest of past. We seem like maybe next season's coming out to play again, because we are against first and we're doing okay. Not many chances, but maybe one here. Whip it into Wind, goes over his head to Yates. Bruno Ojeda. Look at that determination from little Brurian. Very, very good jump as it's into Joao Cancelo. Now to Yates. Back to Ojeda. Going to shoot from range. P-rolled. But still, we battle on as now Joe Worrell onto Ajeda. Ajeda's running through this little gap of space that he's been allowed to do so as he gives it out to Brennan Johnson. Wind, we're going to whip this in early, but everything is just going into Roberto Sanchez. Or just Robert Sanchez, I can't remember which one it is, but that keeper just glues to everything. Annoying me now as now Wind. Oh, he's gone backwards and he's lost the ball in a bad position just before half-time. I'll see a 0-0 out, so let's make sure we don't bottle this. McKenna chasing after it. Stephen Alzate into the number 8 as he gives it to Solly March. The number 8 gets it back into Neil Maupay. Back to the number 8. Let's please have this half-time whistle. Ah! Niang puts it in from the middle. How have we gave them a goal in this first half? How? The job on the line. That is really not a good goal to concede. I mean, they are top of the league and we've done very, very well against them, but 1-0. Half-time immediately after, and I don't know what I can change. Jed Wallace was... Did I not put him on the reserve? I don't think I did. I'm not even going to check because I'm pretty sure. I'm 90... Well, I'm 100% sure I didn't put him on that bench. So, yeah. Second half with the same team, hoping to change the fortunes. It's Marcus Paulo to start. Tries to go around Webster, and he's getting outdone by Adam Webster. That's not £11 million worthy, is it? It could be in League One next year, as Alzate has the ball in the defence, dribbling forward slightly with it into Yves Basuma. Now onto Niang through the middle. Mwepo, this is good football, but a tackle in the end. Yates onto João Carvalho, trying to slow it down a bit. Not a good pass. Still we move as Maupay onto Niang. Back heel doesn't go through. Ajeda now onto Carvalho, and the only time he actually gets a pass to feet, Brennan Johnson wants to mess it up with a terrible touch over Wind. Get that! You have to jump on that, Jonas. He is a shadow of the man he was last season. As a good tackle from McKenna. Gives it into Wind. Now Carvalho. Can we get the run of Marcus Paulo? No, we don't. No support. No support at all as Neil Maupay's through the middle. Chips the keeper, Butland. And it's rolled over the line. We're in a dire position. After 2 wins in 2, I thought we were going to do alright. Computer says no. Neil Maupay straight through the middle. Chipped over the top of Butland, who comes out to dive at the feet. Knows exactly what's happened without even turning around. And it's back to square one. As now it's on to Neil Maupay. Into Niang and Maupay again. Chipped over the top. That's not good chasing. Stephen Alzate makes it 3. This is very, very concerning now. Not just a little bit. Very. Because I thought maybe we lose his job if we don't turn form around. This could be the nail in the coffin. The final straw. Stephen Alzate, what a touch to kill it dead though. That's just what I want from our players. Our touches like Brennan Johnson a minute ago, flying near the byline. They're that bad. They're always constantly almost out of the field. As we just need to try and rebuild, try and get maybe a bit of desire into the boys and show that I am the right man for this job, even though at the moment I don't believe I am. I'm surprised I'm still in this hot seat. And the commentary saying it's a worrying performance does not really help me, as Niang through right there. Neil Maupay on a run. It can't be another 4-0 to Brighton, can it? Oh no. Please get there, Joe Worrell. Jeez, you're slow, but I mean, maybe it's because he's recovering from injury and I've just slammed him straight in the team. I don't know, but whatever's happened here, it's been a shocker. Brennan Johnson tackled straight away. Not been a good season for the youth player. Just one last little goal in the last one, as they get a little goal right there. Of course, it would not be a defeat without Neil Maupay putting late misery on me. It's happened again. Arsenal fans know the song. Well, Tottenham fans know the song most, but it's happened again. Neil Maupay, top bin. 4-0. 2 added minutes. Is it going to be the last 2 minutes of myself in this job? I don't know, but Da Costa now. Drilling to this left-hand side. He's going to give it into Tom Cleverley, who I put on for Brennan Johnson. And at least he didn't lose the ball. Must be the only player in this season who hasn't lost the ball 500 times. Only in that one game, as it's a horrific defeat to Brighton. And it's our head on a stick. Let's see. Let's see if we move on and we're still in this job. Are we going to be 55? It's a 55 manager rating. 55, as we've got to simulate Millwall as well. We've got to simulate Millwall. And I thought that was it right there, as 2 players, an approach for Jenkinson, and maybe changing the contract situation would try and keep my job. Let's see what I can do with it. So here we are, the long list. I know who I don't want. I know who I want. Let's try and sign Jerry Yates to begin. 25-year-old, going into his prime. And he is a huge player for this club. We've got the money from the Rogic sale to give him a pay rise. So I'm going to offer him 30k. I know that's a lot for where we are in the league. But I really want to keep this guy, and we are going to. That's got to boost morale. Keeping Ryan Yates as the next one. The next one, it has to be João Carvalho, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to try it. Let's see if we can get him in. Only going to be a 1-year extension for João, but I'll honestly take it. Give him the same amount of money if he takes it, and he does. So João Carvalho. It's not as much as Jerry Yates, or Brian Yates, but he's going to be staying. And Brennan Johnson does want an increase in game time to an important role, but I'm going to offer him it, plus an increase in his wage to hopefully swing him as he accepts as well. Brennan Johnson for 3. And I don't want to do all the contracts right now. I think that should have boosted morale a little bit, and the others are kind of in contention. Joe Lolly being one of them as well, which is maybe surprising to you, or maybe not, because he hasn't played much under my management in this second season. It's a bit too slow. As Millwall, in fact, 4th in this division as well. As we're going to have to try and play our first team. Jed Wallace, I did just put him on the bench as well. I did just put him right there, as we'll have to take Brennan Johnson out here, despite promising him loads of game time. It's going to be tough, but I'd rather have him a bit more happier at the club, as no one's very unhappy right now. Okay, as we will go with this. Butland, Drager, Worrell, McKenna, and we'll go for Eli. We'll go for Eli. He did well at left back in the simulation, or never mind, we won't. He's minus 10 right now. I don't know why. With Paulo, Yates, Ojeda, and Wallace, when I can select him on the right hand side with Carvalho and Wind up top. We are fully fit, fully raring to go for this game. Loads of training in the week for 4th positioned Millwall. Last simulation of today, a 2-2 draw. To say they were 4th, I'll take that. It was Carvalho getting injured. Ryan Yates when he signed a new contract. Mahoney, Bradshaw, and Marcus Paulo. I'll take it. I'll take it as it's a Premier League tester in the next game as well. We face Watford in the FA Cup. Is this a message about our management? No, it isn't. We still had a threatening message. That's 4 weeks for João Carvalho. Jenkinson's probably leaving. A couple of players on my scout list right there, as we'll definitely get signing next time out. Trust me. Jed Wallace, disappointed not to beat his old club. Love that. But thank you guys for watching this episode right here. Going to end it straight away. Like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell on as well, so you do not miss an episode in the future of this series, as I'm going to shoot off right now. Take care, guys. In a bit, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.